Alright, so this is the first video that I'll be doing to share on YouTube. This game has been out for quite a while, so this video is mainly for the new guys. Of course, you're here at the main menu. Everybody's main concern is some of them don't want to be Jason, some of them do want to be Jason. So what you need to do here when you're at the main menu is go to customize, and you go down to spawn preference, and then you can pick your preferences to whether you want to be Jason or a counselor. I prefer to be Jason. Or you can pick none, and it will randomly select whether you're a counselor or Jason. As far as the Jasons go, each one obviously has their own strengths and weaknesses. Part 6 is my personal favorite just because that was the first Friday the 13th movie I ever seen. So you get part 6, you get part 7, and it's pretty self-explanatory, the strengths and weaknesses. You know, this one he can't run, doesn't have very many traps, he's easily stunned. He does have strengths in sense, water speed, and weapon strength, so he can get through the cabin doors pretty quickly. As far as counselors go, you want to be careful on which counselor you pick, or at least pay attention to their strengths and weaknesses here. You got, I like AJ, I don't know why, I seem to do really well with her as a counselor. Her stealth is 10 out of 10, and being stealthy is part of the key to being a good counselor. She's also got pretty decent repair. You're going to have to repair things throughout each map depending on where you're at and what the location is. Not real good on speed or stamina, but what you need to realize is the first cabin that you're in or anything that you're around, if Jason, spawns on you fairly quickly at the beginning of the game, it's not a thing to panic about, because he only has one ability available to start the game, and that's his morph. So if he morphs, regardless of your counselor's speed or stamina, you should be able to get away fairly quickly. But, just like Bugsy, his strength is 10 out of 10. Probably a good counselor to have to stun Jason. LaChapa, 10 out of 10 repair. Adam, he's pretty good for the most part. He's about half on speed, 8 on strength, 7 out of 10 composure, 6 out of 10 repair. I mean, it all just depends on what you want to do as far as a counselor. Doesn't really matter which one you pick. Just pay attention to their numbers there. That'll determine, how quickly or how easily you can be spotted by Jason. Let's see, what else do we need to do here? If you want to check your progression of the game, obviously, common sense here, you go down to progression, hit X, you got your badges. You got the top rows, counselor badges, there's 30. The bottom is Jason, there's 13. As you can see, I have all counselor badges, all Jason badges, and it is time consuming, and some of them are difficult to get, but you can go through and it'll tell you what each and every single one of them are. I'm not going to do that, this being the first video. I mean, there's a lot, and there's a lot to this game. And you got your Pamela tapes. I've got all 20 Pamela tapes. You got Tommy tapes, there's 13 again. I have all 13. I would advise not listening to them until you find them all. It's pretty good add-on for the game with the tapes. We'll just click on offline play real quick here. So these are your maps. You get Higgins Haven, Packanack, Crystal Lake, Small, Packanack Small, Higgins Haven Small, and then of course the rest. My favorite map personally would probably be Higgins Haven Small, just because everything's pretty much compacted on one side of the map, so it's very easily to track counselors as Jason. So what I'm going to do here on this first video is I'm going to go ahead and do an offline match, and we'll go to Higgins, Haven, Small. I'm going to be part 6 Jason. I'm going to go ahead and put 7 counselors, and we'll go ahead and change the difficulty to hard. And we'll start this real quick here. I'm going to show you how I play as Jason, just to give you a little advice. On how I play. Okay, so as Jason, you obviously start out in your shack. 2 white dots there. Those are throwing knives.
Here, Jason.
You can grab them if you want. Personally, there's knives all over the map, so what I generally do is I'll morph straight to the phone. If you pull up your map, which is the big middle button, or if you go to morph, you hold in R1, hit circle, and it'll show you the entire map. These white boxes with the lightning bolts, those are electrical boxes. You can destroy those. It will kill the power. It will also, if you kill the power, there's a house that has a CB radio. If you destroy the box, they cannot call Jarvis unless they repair it. So we're going to go ahead and go to the phone house. This is the phone box. This is how they call the cops. You just put a trap right there. You push down on the D-pad. I always go here first. And then they can climb out this window, so we'll put another trap there. As you see on the right side of my screen, I've got another ability now. That is my sense. Just holding R1, hit X, look around. That is a sound ring. You see that? So it looks like it might be a radio. Somebody turned the radio on. No, no, somebody's moving over there. They're coming this way. So what we'll do is, oh, he saw us. See, I don't have my shift ability, and I can only walk fast. So like I said before, it's fairly easy to get away from Jason. And you don't want to spend too much time on one counselor. And try a few times. L2 is the grab, that's what I did there, and he had a pocket knife. That's how he got away. To avoid pocket knives, you can hack people to death or use the regular attack button, the R2. But I'm not a big fan of hacking, so I like to grab. Pocket knives are part of the game. Those doors are easy to break down, it's the other doors that are more difficult. And you can either do one of your special kills on the right, or you can do an environmental kill. I waited too long to kill him, so he got away.
You cannot die. You can never die.
Okay, now we got it. So we're just gonna go ahead and do one of our kills we got in the inventory here. If you push up on the D-pad, it will show you who's alive and who's dead. I think I just saw somebody run back that way.
Kill for mother.
Yeah. Now I got my shift. Shift will make you go really fast across the map. You can stop it at any time by pushing R2. And grab them. Here's an environmental kill. You saw the X icon by the door. Just hit X.
That's my
Another sound ring coming this way. There's a power box. I'll show you this. Now all the lights are out. Just go ahead and put a trap by that one. You can check your traps at any time. As you can see, my traps down there on the phone house, they're still, they're not dark red, they don't look closed. You'll be able to tell when somebody's been in them because you'll hear it in the headset. You'll hear the trap go off. You can also throw knives at counselors if you want. That's L1. See, another pocket knife.
Get up, Jason. Find them. Kill them.
And as they run... Okay, see, she got in the window. And these doors are more difficult to break down, unfortunately. She left the house for us, so... Oh my gosh, my grab is terrible tonight. Go ahead and do another inventory kill there on the right.
Don't stop, Jason.
If you saw when I was
They
in sense
deserve to
mode,
die. Make them suffer like
there's somebody else. See, we saw somebody else. So now you can go... See, that person's injured, so she has stepped in a trap somewhere. This is our third kill we have set up for this Jason. You want to try and do these quick because you don't know what the other person you're playing with, you don't know how fast they can escape your grab.
That's my boy.
And each time they escape your grab, they get a stamina boost. Okay, now there's a person right over there. So what you do here is, see, we got all 4 abilities. So you go triangle for stalk. Now they can't hear you. And you just shift up on them and grab. And there's our 4th kill that we have set up for this Jason. They are kind of brutal. This is probably one of my favorite kills. Okay, so we have 2 counselors left.
Kill for
Both of them are
mother.
females. Now there's a sound ring there. It's usually... And that's her. So we got her. Here's another environmental kill over here. If she doesn't escape, I'll show you this one.
Take you from me, Jason. Don't
And
let
she got
them.
another grab. If you injure them enough, you can pretty much carry them a further distance. Oh, that was a bad throw. See, now she's... So we're going to try and get this environmental kill over here.
Get up,
She's going to break away from me a few times, so but that's okay.
Kill them.
She's injured enough. Oh, did not see that coming. Okay, so apparently we can't kill them on this fire.
No matter what they do to you,
It's really good when they go in the water,
you can
because you're
never
really
die.
fast in the water. So, and they use a lot of stamina. Another bad throw. You can keep them from climbing in a window. Or throwing knives. If you hit them just right. Now she locked this door. Now this door is a little more sturdy to break down than the door on the big house that we was at. The first door we broke down. Okay, as you can see, she's climbed out. She's going to the other house. We get in the house before she can... There we go. You can also throw them out windows. It's another see the left-hand side of the screen that says trappers. So somebody stepped in one of our traps.
Make them suffer.
And you see the one by the White House, the red square by the White House. They've stepped in that trap because it's solid red. So we'll just go ahead and morph over there. And she is fixing the box. And she's pocket that. Kind of figured that one.
You know what your gift is. No matter what they do, you cannot die. You can never
The
die.
house is lit up red. Any house that's lit up red, there's usually a counselor in there. And sometimes they're in hiding spots. The houses don't light up red. But a lot of people make the mistake. There's an option to hold your breath when you're in a hiding spot. A lot of people make the mistake of holding their breath. And when you hold your breath, as soon as you run out, they breathe real heavy. So you can pretty much tell where they're at. Now see right here, I saw her through the window go upstairs, but I don't see her anywhere in here. So that was just a guess.
They deserve to
And
die,
that is
Jason.
all the counselors.
Make
7 out
them
of 7.
suffer. You've done your job well, and Mommy is pleased. Come home, sweetie.
I wish they could let you play as a counselor offline. Offline play is probably a good way to learn the mechanics of the game as far as being a counselor, and well, can't really be a counselor offline, just Jason though. But in order to be a good Jason, in my opinion, you have to be a good counselor. There's just so much stuff you gotta do on both sides. But that's how I play as Jason. I probably went a little too fast on describing things. Like I said, this is my first video, so maybe next time I can do a little bit more thorough explanation. Get online and play it live. It's so much different. The offline bots aren't, their AI isn't as high as somebody else that you're playing with online. It's pretty intense online. So I will say, as far as counselors go, AJ's pretty good. Chad, he has a lot of luck, so his weapons normally don't break when he uses them. Like Jenny, her composure's 10 out of 10. She doesn't really freak out that much when Jason's around or when she sees a dead body. Kenny's your mediocre counselor. He's pretty much half on everything. Tiffany is 9 out of 10 stamina. Awesome stamina. Not too great on speed, but not bad. Stealth, 10 out of 10. Very good thing to have. Deborah, she's very good at repair. So if you're looking to repair things a lot, which that's part of your badges, repairing the boats, repairing the cars, phone box, electrical boxes. Deborah's pretty good at that. She's got 9 out of 10 stealth. So she's pretty quiet when she does things. This girl, in my opinion, she is pretty much worthless. About the only thing she can do is run. She runs forever. So whenever I'm playing online and I see a counselor as Vanessa, it irritates me because I know what I'm going to get into. She can't really do much of anything as far as repair. I mean, it's 2 out of 10. It's terrible. But yeah, she's your sprinter in the game. This girl I haven't really played with that much. She's supposedly stealthy. Every time I played with her a couple times and I didn't last very long. So Sheldon, he's very stealthy. He's got decent repair. I think they're a little, they're not as appropriate on his repair stat, because he's not that bad at repair. I think he should be at least a 7, not a 5. Fox, strength, obviously, biker chick. Repair's not bad. Mitch, he's awesome at repair. Good composure, not very good at anything else. I mean, kind of half and half. You just gotta play around with him a little bit now to see which character you think you'll do better as. Up here, you see these perks. I have all these 3 perks on every counselor that's in the game on mine. Sucker Punch, which explains it down there at the bottom, right above the select and back. It increases your chances of stunning Jason with melee attacks. Swift Attacker, it increases your speed when you attack Jason. Jason's grab is pretty much ridiculous nowadays. Escape Artist, you can break free from Jason's grab easier. That depends on the Jason. Some Jasons, their strength is their grip, so really pay attention to who's Jason. And you can change these if you hit select. Now this roll perk, it's 500 counselor points. I call them counselor points. I have 1,023,989 counselor points. The purple ones are legendaries. That was something new they came out with recently. And the 5 are epics. You can see above there. I'm not going to go through them all. Orange is rare, you know, and so on. I'm trying to get as many legendaries as I can. I just roll the perk. You spend 500. And there you go, 19 and 0. That's not a bad perk, but I already have Sucker Punch and I have it in an epic version. So we'll just sell that. But you can pick whatever perk you want. They have a perk for a map. You'll start the game as a counselor. If you have this perk, you'll automatically start with a map. To me, I feel like that is a waste of a perk. If you're new to the game, yeah, I would probably start with it. They also have one for a walkie-talkie. You will need a walkie-talkie if you wear a headset to talk with other players in the game. I highly recommend not playing this game without a headset or a mic. This is one of those games that you need that. Lightfoot, if you put that on Vanessa, the African-American girl, she can already run forever, so with a perk that has, generate less noise while sprinting, that's a good one for her. Marathon increases your total stamina. So with her being able to run and you put a marathon perk with her, I mean, it's going to be harder than heck to get her with Jason. So these are just some of the perks that I've got. I got rid of all the uncommon, common, poor, and rare. I'm just strictly going to epic and legendary. So that's all the ones I have on every counselor, those 3 perks. Jason, as far as kills, grab kills, we'll go ahead and start with, this is the first Jason you get. It's part 3. If you click R, the right joystick, if you click it like a button, it will change his skin. You can make him purple, which is from the original Nintendo Friday the 13th, or you can make him bloody, more blood, or you can just leave him normal. A lot of people play with him as a Nintendo version. Part 3, each Jason has a different weapon. You have to be at I think it's level 125 to change the weapons. He generally starts out with an axe, so I'm going to go ahead and put the axe back. Okay, so now he's got his axe. Go ahead and take these kills up here. So you got your non-weapon kills up here. If you can see me scrolling. Backbreaker, and it explains to you what ones they are. I use the head rip, I use the head crush, the head squeeze, and the head punch. When you get into a map, which I didn't show that part of the map or part of the game when I was playing, because nobody nobody was at either vehicle. When you go to the cars, and you have more than, let's say you got a yellow car and a blue car. Yellow car is a 2-seater, blue car is the 4-seater. So if you're at the 4-seater and there's 4 counselors there and you're Jason, the head punch is a good non-weapon kill to have. It's quick and there's not a lot of animation to it. It's basically just a straight punch and their head comes flying off and then you're back in business. With 4 counselors by the car, that's pretty much you want to decapitate all 4 of them, because somebody's going to end up getting back in the car and starting it and driving off if you do a kill that's longer. Like this one, the head rip. You saw me do it on one of the counselors, throws them down, bends them backwards, keeps pulling at their face, and finally rips their head off. If you did a kill like that instead of the head punch at one of the cars, somebody's going to have enough time to start the car and drive off. So you want to be careful on which kills you pick when you're by a car with more than one counselor. As far as weapon kills go, like I said, he starts with the axe. There's 3 weapon kills for the axe: crotch chop, head chop, stunner. You can play around with them, see which ones you like. I'm not sure, it's been so long since I played from the beginning. I'm not sure if you have any kills actually unlocked or not. So, but that's his typical weapon there. That axe. Let's see, where's part 2? He has the pickaxe. That's his weapon of choice. He's got more weapon kills, and you saw part 3 had 3 weapon kills. This guy's got 6. This by far is probably my favorite weapon kill with the pickaxe. It's pretty brutal, but it gets the job done. It's an awesome kill, actually. If you have a chance, you look up on YouTube a killing montage for Friday the 13th and should check out that video. It's got some. It'll show you some pretty awesome kills with weapons. Part 4. He has the pig splitter. And he's got some pretty brutal kills as well. Part 5, his primary weapon is the shears. Part 6, his primary weapon is the spear, but I changed it to the machete because I don't know. Part 6 was the first Jason I saw, and I saw him kill with machete. I saw him kill with the spear. He looks better to me with a machete. I mean, that's my opinion. Part 7, his primary weapon was the machete. As far as the detailed looks of the Jasons, this is probably the best one. They did a really good job on detailing the back where you can see the rib cage and all that. I don't like playing with part 7 because he's slow. He can't run. His shift doesn't last very long, but it is what it is. Part 8, he's not bad. He's got really good water speed, so if there's a boat on the map, of course you're not going to know whether there's a boat or not. It's 50-50 on whether you get a boat to escape in, but he has excellent water speed. Doesn't take him long to bust down doors that are locked, and his stalk is pretty decent, which the stalk is, it kills your music so they don't know that you're there, and it lasts for a while. Part 9, it's really hard to stun. I mean, it's easy to stun him and hit him with things, but his stun resistance doesn't last very long, so he recovers pretty quickly. His stalk is also fairly long, and his shift is pretty decent as well. That's it as far as the Jasons go. Like I said, I play with part 6. That seems to be the one I do the best at. So I think that will be the end of this video. Next time, if I do another